Yo, to everyone out there in the HoloLands, it is Lady, better known as Miss Ladyish, aka the Ice Queen of Spellbreak. And I'm just coming to you live, raw, uncut, a little bit edited, to give you chapter 1 of my Spellbreak lore continuation. So this is going to be chapter 1. It's called The Legend of the Ultimate Frostborn Ice Bow. If you find that you like the content I'm putting out there, be sure to support the channel. Be sure to support me as a content creator. Okay, so make sure you do the bop and drop. Bop the thumbs up, drop the sub. Appreciate it. Your time, love, and support does not go unnoticed. The Legend of the Ultimate Frostborn Ice Bow. The Ultimate Frostborn Ice Bow, or more commonly referred to as Champ by its current wielder, Lady, is a 4-foot-long recurved bow with a semi-transparent aqua blue lens that produce smoky trails of icy air when in use, and a grip fashioned from an interstellar piece of lapis lazuli, a gemstone that symbolizes wisdom, intelligence, and desire to live true to one's own ideals. Although it does not have a visible bowstring, when Lady motions to draw her shot, a brilliant blue light shoots out from the tips of the bow's upper and lower limbs and converge on Lady's middle finger before forming the shape of an arrow made from the same blue light. Each arrow is a piece of the bow's magical essence stored inside the gemstone, and thus, nigh unlimited, is capable of a myriad of different effects, depending on the will of its user, from simply piercing the intended target to freezing a small area. While functionally similar to any of the millions of ice bows in existence around the world, there are a few things that makes Champ fundamentally dissimilar to any of them. While Champ looks like an incredibly ornate bow to normal eyes, it is, in reality, an actualized magical weapon, or a type of weapon created from the expenditure of magical energy and not from any physical process involving the use of materials. In other words, a bow made entirely from solidified magical energy, from the lapis lazuli as its focal point. It is for this reason that this specific Frostborn ice bow is the very embodiment of the perfect bow type weapon in all physical aspects, from the weight right down to the balance, since it is a weapon that does not conform to the physical limitations of the world to what a bow should be, but rather remains adherent to the laws of magic and is merely given a physical form in accordance to and anchored to the concept of an ideal perfect bow. Likewise, arrows that are fired from the bow are magically superior to any projectile fired from other ice bows, immune to wind direction and distance, and instead relying on the wielder's sight. What this means is that as long as Lady can see it, or at least anticipate her target, the arrows will be able to hit it and generally disable or kill it in one shot. In addition to its mystical nature and incredible power, Champ is a repository of all knowledge of its past wielders, allowing Lady to freely access information from all her predecessors in order to study, learn, and improve herself with information she would otherwise not have any access to. In addition, being a repository of information, the bow is likewise capable of casting such snippets of information into the minds of whomever Lady chooses, much like a projection in the form of a vivid hallucination. This ability, while limited to those in her immediate vicinity, allows for unprecedented levels of coordination with allies and drastically multiply Lady's already fearsome combat prowess. At one point in time, this mythical ice bow was called a Frostborn's Ice Lance in the spellbook of an apprentice vow-breaker. Due to the mage's prodigious skill in the magical arts, however, she quickly rose through the ranks and became a powerful sorceress in her own right, using her magecraft to help those in need wherever she may find them. As a result, she was loved by the people, and it eventually led her to becoming a queen of a small country. Nevertheless, even with all her magical power and social status, she was still unable to stave off the effects of time, and soon was on the brink of death. Having accepted her inevitable end, but unwilling to let all her power and knowledge go to waste with her demise, she poured all her magical essence into a lapis lazuli gemstone, the symbol of her office as queen. and crafted a powerful weapon from it, christening the new armament as the ultimate Frostborn ice bow. She then gifted it to a young huntress, with the mandate of using the bow to do as her heart desires, as a requisite of unlocking the full extent of the weapon's powers. With this in mind, the huntress set out to hunt down every threat against the kingdom, and succeeded in doing so, much to the old queen's delight. As a final act before her death, the queen named the huntress as her successor, but not before asking her to entrust the weapon to anyone she deems worthy at the time of her death, just as she did to her, so that only those who were worthy would be able to wield the mighty magic bow. Hundreds of years have passed since then, and in that time, this weapon changed hands over a dozen times, from noble kings to kind-hearted peasants. Every single one of them used the bow as they thought proper and served their respective goals with honor. Soon, its existence became stuff of legend in and around various kingdoms of the Five-Hand Alliance, and stories were made around it and its various wielders. However, as the legends grew, so did the number of potential wielders who lusted after the bow's power in order to fulfill their heart's desires. Many mages considered it a fool's errand to look for an overhyped ice bow, and most simply give up to instead improve their own magecraft than rely on a possibly non-existent artifact. Yet, there were those who followed their heart's desire, allowing them to come face to face with their destiny. Woo, baby. That was chapter 1. Tell me you didn't like it. Tell me, No, go ahead, shout out the rooftop. I know you feeling this content, because if you're into lores, this is it. We're coming out with chapter 2 real soon, so stay tuned. I appreciate you guys for being here. You know, your girl is out here making content. And I just want to, put this energy out there for you. This positivity, something else to kind of claw at for all my Spellbreak babies, my spell babies. Miss Ladies, aka the Ice Queen of Spellbreak, appreciates all of you guys. Your time, your love, your support does not go unnoticed. Not at all. So go ahead and hit that bop and drop movement. That's where you bop the thumbs up and you drop your sub. But also don't forget to top it off with a little bit of comments at the bottom there. Go ahead and do it. It's there. Go ahead. I appreciate it. I love feedback, And with nothing more to say other than peace, love, and sleep, I will see you guys for chapter 2.